Here is your full, long, emotional, engaging 40-minute YouTube-style story, beginning with a powerful hook and written in plain paragraphs without headings. Let me know if you want image prompts or an SEO package afterward. If you're watching this right now, take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear might be the most unexpected twist fate has ever written. It begins with a single dad, two little girls who kept smiling even when life didn't, and one accidental text message that reached the most unlikely person in America. And if you're someone who believes miracles happen only in movies, stay till the end. This story will change that. And hey, before we start, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this deserve to be shared with the world. David Carter never meant to send that message. His hands were shaking, not from fear, but from the weight of responsibility pressing on his chest. He had just come home from his second job, exhausted, clothes still carrying the smell of cleaning supplies from the small diner where he worked nights. His twin girls, Emma and Ellie, were already asleep on the old couch, curled up under a single blanket with holes he tried to stitch himself. Their innocent breathing, soft and peaceful, cut deeper into him than any hardship he'd ever faced. Tomorrow was their birthday, 7 years old, and he had nothing. No presents, no cake, not even the ingredients to bake one. His last paycheck went straight to rent and overdue bills. His phone bill was late too, and shut-off warnings had already arrived. So when he finally gathered the courage to message his old military buddy, hoping he could borrow just a little money, his vision blurred with exhaustion, and his thumb slipped. He didn't send the message to Mike. He sent it to Admiral Sarah Kensington, the highest-ranking female officer in the U.S. Navy. And he had no idea. The message was simple but heartbreaking. Brother, I hate to ask this, but I got nothing for the twins' birthday tomorrow. Even $20 would help me make sure they don't go to sleep disappointed. I'll pay back as soon as I can. David stared at the screen, chest tight, whispering, please, man, just reply. Then he dragged himself to bed, unaware his life had just taken a turn he could never have imagined. Miles away, Admiral Kensington was sitting in her office aboard a naval base, reviewing documents long past midnight. Her life was all discipline, order, and responsibility. But the message froze her. She wasn't anybody's brother. She didn't know a man with twin girls. She certainly didn't lend money to strangers by text. But something in the message stopped her cold, the desperation, the humility, the quiet pain between every word. She read it again and again, each time feeling an unexpected tug in her heart. She replied, I believe you have the wrong number. But, are you all right? Do you need help? When David woke up, late sunlight spilling across his small apartment, he saw the reply and felt ice in his stomach. Wrong number. He wanted to sink into the floor. But what confused him most was the second sentence. Most people would have ignored it, deleted it, mocked it, but this stranger had asked if he was okay. So he answered honestly, I'm sorry. Wrong number. I didn't mean to bother you. I'm just trying my best. It's been rough. On the other side of the state, Admiral Kensington felt something she hadn't felt in years, connection. She had commanded ships, seen war zones, held families together during deployments. But this was different. This was a man she'd never met, trying to hold his world up with bare hands. And failing. She typed back, what happened? If you're comfortable sharing. David hesitated, then told her, not everything, but enough. The layoffs, the bills, the twins' mother leaving right after childbirth because 2 babies were too much. His military injury that prevented him from re-enlisting. His struggle to keep the girls happy with the little he had. He didn't ask for help. He didn't beg. He simply explained. And maybe that was why she didn't block him or let it go. Admiral Kensington closed her office door, sat down, and read every word like it was a classified report demanding her personal attention. Where do you live? She finally asked. David told her the town. She recognized it instantly. Her naval base was only 2 hours away. Without thinking twice, she made a decision that would shock everyone who knew her. She said, David, would you allow me to visit tomorrow? I want to meet the twins. Not as an officer. Just as someone who wants to help. David stared at the message for a long time, unsure if it was real. Why would someone like her, a person who probably shook hands with presidents, care about him? But something told him to trust her. So he said yes. The next morning, while the twins were still asleep, David hurried to tidy the apartment. He didn't have much: 2 chairs, a table with one leg shorter than the others, and a birthday banner he drew by hand using crayons. He was embarrassed, but he had nothing else. A knock came. When he opened the door, the world tilted. There she stood, in full Navy uniform, medals shining, posture strong and confident. Admiral Sarah Kensington, a living legend. David nearly saluted out of instinct but stopped, stammering, "Ma'am, I didn't think." Her expression softened. "Relax, David. I'm here as Sarah." The twins woke up minutes later, rubbing their eyes. When they saw a woman in uniform in their living room, they froze in awe. Sarah knelt down, smiling gently. "Hi girls. Your dad told me it's your birthday." Before they could answer, she motioned toward the door. In walked sailors, carrying bags, a cake, wrapped presents, balloons, decorations, and even 2 bicycles with pink ribbons. David covered his mouth, tears welling. His girls squealed, dancing with joy. David whispered, "Ma'am, why are you doing this? You don't even know us." Sarah looked at him, eyes shimmering. "Because someone once helped my family when we had nothing. I never paid them back. I promised that when I could, I'd pay it forward." The rest of the day felt unreal. The twins rode their bikes outside while sailors fixed the broken chair, stocked the pantry, and installed a new heater the landlord refused to repair. Sarah sat with David, listening to his story, offering guidance, and even helping him line up a job interview on base for a civilian maintenance position. Before she left, she placed a small envelope on the table. "For emergencies," she said softly. He tried to refuse. She insisted. Weeks passed. David got the job. His income stabilized. For the first time in years, he felt secure. One evening, after picking up the twins from school, he found an unexpected letter in the mailbox, with an official Navy emblem. Inside was a note from Sarah. "You didn't accidentally text me. You texted the universe." And the universe answered. Months later, David bought a small house. The twins had their own beds, their own toys, and a backyard where they planted flowers. Sarah visited often, becoming something between a guardian angel and family. And one day, as the twins hugged her legs tightly before school, David said quietly, "You saved us, Admiral." She shook her head. "No, David, you saved yourself. I just showed up when you needed someone." This is where the story ends, but the message stays with you. Sometimes the smallest mistake becomes the biggest blessing. Sometimes the people we least expect become the heroes we needed. And sometimes life breaks us, just to rebuild us stronger. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. There are thousands of stories like this. Stories of hope, courage, and miracles, and together, we can keep them alive. Let this be your reminder. Help where you can. Love a little deeper. And never underestimate the power of kindness, even from a stranger.